May I come in, sir?
Come.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit.
Thank you, sir.
Shivani, what are you doing these days?
Sir?
Are you working anywhere?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
History optional.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Which part of history is your favorite?
Sir, as such, I like reading all the parts. Sir, my favorite being modern history.
Modern.
Yes.
When do you think the modern period started in Indian history?
Sir, after the later medieval period, basically when it is said that in the 18th century, when British colonized India, modern period started.
What do you mean by colonized?
Sir, colonized means the British established their rule in India by setting up formal institutions in order to govern our country.
Does colonization necessarily mean ruling over a country, or can it mean something else also?
Something else, sir, for the economic exploitation of the country. They made it their colony.
The word colonization comes from the word colony.
Yes, sir.
What is the connection?
Sir, colonies refers when they have set up their rule here and they are exporting materials. Basically, they are doing economic exploitation for the sake of transferring these materials to the mother country.
If I asked you any particular year,
yes, sir,
in the 18th century, from which modern period started, which year would you choose?
Sir, I will choose like after the third battle of Panipat, after 1761.
Why third battle of Panipat? Why not the battle of Plassey or the battle of Buxar?
Yes, sir. Sir, there are 2-3 reasons. I think, sir, first one is the reason being, sir, after the third battle of Panipat, it was clear that Marathas are not going to rule over the country, over India and their adjoining territories, and the Britishers got a good time and material resources to conquer all over the country after the battle of Buxar and in 1764. Then, sir, secondly, also, sir, after the battle of Plassey and also after the battle of Buxar, British were restricted to a certain territory. However, after in the 1865s, they were able to conquer the almost.
Battle of Buxar was followed by the Treaty of Allahabad.
Yes, sir.
What were the main components of that treaty?
Yes, sir. Sir, it was signed between Shah Alam II and the Britishers. Sir, first one, the treaty included that Shah Alam will remain as a pensioner under the Britishers. Secondly, sir, all the territories under the Mughal will be transferred to the British, the seceding territories, sir. Then, thirdly, sir, the Kolkata, the revenue collection was also being given to the Britishers.
When we say that the Diwani rights were transferred to the British, what is the Diwani right?
Sir, Diwani rights refer to the tax collection by the Diwan of that particular region.
My last question, what do you think was the condition of women, both British women and Indian women, under the British rule in India?
Sir, sorry, sir, can you repeat the question, sir? Sir, I could not hear the question properly, sir, sorry.
What do you think was the condition of women in
sir.
British India, both Indian women and British women?
Yes, sir. Sir, during the British period, Indian women condition was really neglected. At the political angle, women's participation was very low, be it in the legislature or in the nationalist movement also. Secondly, sir, in the economic aspect also, women were basically the poor and marginalized section of women were employed in the agricultural sector more.
And
in the
British women?
British women. Sir, Britishers who came to India, sir, British women led a good life, we can say. They used to live in palaces and yes, sir.
Many historians say that when the British came to India, they brought the idea of Victorian morality into India. What do you think is meant by Victorian morality?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shivani, you have given IFS as your sixth option, huh? Yes, sir. Any special reason for that?
Sir, though IFS is a very good job, it will offer me the unique set of opportunities to work in abroad. Sir, why I kept it sixth preference? Because, sir, I believe that my skills are more oriented towards IAS. I had been given the choice, so I put the IAS, IPS, and IAS in the third preference, sir, and keeping IFS at the sixth position.
You don't consider yourself fit for a diplomatic position?
Sir, it's not the case, sir. I consider myself more aligned to the IAS rather than I.
Okay, your father is having his own business. What he does?
Sir, my father runs a shop.
What type of shop?
Sir, general shop.
Consumer goods first.
Retail and bulk both.
So what is the status of consumer goods in our economy at the moment? Are they picking up or they are stable? What is the?
Sir, recently done by reports say that the consumption basically in the rural India has increased more than the urban India. So, sir, consumer goods are indeed increasing, and it is good for our economy and the country also.
So what does it lead to? What sort of tax we pay through consumer goods?
Yes, sir. Sir, we pay GST, sir. Then there are VAT, sir. Then sales tax is there, sir. Sir.
What are the schemes of the government of India for the small traders like grocery shops and other? Any major scheme which comes to your mind?
Sir, there is this, sir, we have Consumer Protection Act, sir.
That is an act. I'm talking about a scheme for the small traders, if any sectors.
Sir, as far as I can recall now, sir, there is a scheme called Swanidhi, basically for the people, the street vendors, which gives loan of around 10,000 to the.
What do you understand by Mudra scheme?
Sir, Mudra scheme is launched by the government to give the loans to the people for starting some.
What is full form of Mudra?
Mudra. Sorry, sir.
Okay, continue.
Sir, it is for giving the loans to the people. Sir, there are 3 categories under Mudra loans. Sir, I will read about it.
Okay, MSME sectors. And women are major beneficiaries of this scheme. Okay, you tell me, suppose you are selected as a IAS officer, what you bring on table as a civil servant?
Sir, as a civil servant, I would like to address the grassroots problems of our India. Sir, having been coming from a tribal majority district, India's majority of the tribal lived in Madhya Pradesh, sir. So I would like to work for the tribals. The health indicators, sir, I would like to first of all work towards improving the health indicators, especially amongst the women, because if a woman is healthy, the entire generation.
What would you do for that as a civil servant?
Sir, it has been seen that the early preventive measures are not being taken. For instance, sir, there is very low immunization of children in the tribal areas. So as a civil servant, I will make them aware about this thing. Then, sir, cleanliness and hygiene are one of the things which I will make them aware. Like if you do this, then it will not happen to you. For instance, sir, the TB problem, whose main problem is.
These are the you think this is the job of the civil servant or the medical? You can ask the other medicals. Yes, but your own priority one is creating awareness through your machinery available to you. What else?
So then second, sir, improving the administration of the district.
How you would improve?
Sir, maybe the existing government schemes, policies. For instance, sir, if there are no surveillance mechanisms, CCTV cameras are not installed for the women's safety or other things, maybe any accident happening. So I will look into it.
Okay, you tell me, what is the difference between deflation and disinflation?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Okay, my last question. What do you mean by women-led development?
Women-led development, sir. Sir, it refers to the development in every field in which we have equal participation of both men and women, the preference being given to women, be it the development in our polity, for instance, increase in number of women participation in politics. Secondly, sir, in the economic development also, increase in the number of women LFPR, which is currently 37%. Then, sir, also in the social field also, increase in the participation of women in the decision making of house, in the healthcare sector, improving the condition of women, increasing the...
You tell me, women-led development means women will lead the development, or by increasing their participation alone, that is a development?
Sir, it means both. It covers both the aspects, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Shivani, good afternoon. You said you like modern history the most. So, if given a chance, what aspects of modern history you wanted to add, or you wanted to change the perspective?
Sir, first of all, I would like to add the subaltern perspective more. For instance, the history of our tribal leaders, the peasant movements which were being carried out during the modern history. These were just giving a passing reference. So I would like to just highlighting most of the leaders. For instance, sir, many of the leaders we do not know, the Santhal leaders, the Sidhu and Kano brothers. We just know about they led the movement, rest history we don't know. Then secondly, sir, also many of the major leaders, for instance, sir, Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, she is also being not given adequate importance so as to how she sacrificed her life. So sir, these leaders also, we don't know about who was Queen Abakka from Karnataka, who led the revolt against the Portuguese. So sir, I think these things we need to ponder upon in order to make modern history a more comprehensive part to be read.
Okay. So, with respect to Indus Valley civilization, so is it the right starting point to start with?
I believe no, sir. Even before the Indus Valley civilization, the human civilization existed. For instance, sir, the Paleolithic period, the Mesolithic period, the Neolithic revolution in which our agriculture started. So, sir, we should take the timeline from the Paleolithic period onwards.
So, what can we learn from Indus Valley civilization?
Sir, we can learn many things from IVC. First, sir, we can learn the type of administration they had. For instance, sir, the uniform standardized weights and measures system they had. They knew very much about mathematics. This we can conclude. Secondly, sir, their grid system, which is also continuously existing in Chandigarh area, sir, now. Then secondly, sir, we can also learn some values from them. Firstly, sir, they teach us to live with tolerance. As we can see, many people existed there, the people who lived in the upper citadel area and the lower area also. So we can learn from them the tolerance. Secondly, sir, they were literate. Though we are not able to decipher the script, but they were literate people. So we can learn the value of knowledge that has been in continuity since the Indus Valley civilization and now onwards. Then thirdly, sir, we can also learn about them the methods that can be used presently in order to control these flood system, or like they built embankments, they also built dams. Then yes, sir, we can be learned.
Does it tell anything about the status of women?
Yes, sir. It also tells about the status of women. Sir, first of all, sir, there has been found many structures of women have been found. These were considered as women. Some were considered as woman goddesses, mainly the Shakambari Devi. So it has been concluded that Indus Valley civilization people worshipped women. Then secondly, sir, it has also been concluded that women were also participated in various types of occupations. For instance, sir, agriculture, and then in artisanship. We can find beautiful designs of necklaces. Then other Bengal making was also present, sir.
Okay. So with respect to Madhya Pradesh, recently one of the temple has been in news. What is it and why?
Sir, Madhya Pradesh. Sir,
From the archaeological perspective.
archaeological perspective. Sorry, sir, I'm not.
Have you heard of Boshala temple? Okay, read about it. And one last question. Citizenship Act, how many times in the past it's been amended and why?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure. I think it has been amended for 5 to 6 times.
So tell me for what reasons it's been amended.
Sir, actually in the original citizenship provisions in the constitution, our constitution makers provided that whatever subsequent additions need to be done in this citizenship, like they have not provided for citizenship after 1960s or 70s, so parliament will do this through a bill or amendment.
It's not clear. I asked specifically what was the situations or cases when it was amended. Read about.
Sorry, sir, I'll read about it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, Shivani. I think I'm seeing you for a second time. Yeah. I hope you had your lunch. You ate here? What did you eat?
Ma'am, I read dal rice.
That's enough? No protein. We were talking about nutritious food for women.
I thought I will feel sleepy, that's why I ate little.
Okay, fair enough. We were also talking about history, and you said you liked modern Indian history. So who is your favorite historian? Did you studied only Indian history, or did you do world history as well?
World history also.
Yeah, so tell us from world history.
World history. Ma'am, as such, I do not follow major historians, but ma'am, AJP Taylor is my favorite historian.
Who? AJP Taylor. Okay. Why? What did he write on?
Ma'am, he has given us various perspectives. Basically, he wrote about the World War First and the role of Hitler in it, and he talks about everything. He gives a balanced reading.
वर्ल्ड वॉर फर्स्ट में हिटलर नहीं था वैसे, लेकिन
हाँ, yes sir, World War Second.
Are you getting sleepy? Okay. So, and in Indian history?
Ma'am, in Indian history, I like Ranajit Guha for his writing of subaltern history of the people, which includes the lower people of the lower sections, the vulnerable section, women, the tribal and the peasant movements, ma'am.
How would you describe the role of Gandhiji in his position in modern India?
Ma'am, Gandhiji played a very important role in the freedom struggle of our country. When he came in 1915, there was no leader present. As such, our extremist movement was on decline. The partition of Bengal movement was on decline. So, ma'am, Gandhiji came as a harbinger of our Indian national struggle. He was able to unify the masses against the British and led several movements subsequently For instance, non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, Salt Satyagraha.
So, okay, with Subhash Chandra Bose, who is, according to you, a better leader?
Ma'am, I think I can't compare who was a better leader. Both were great in their own fields. But ma'am, if I am given the some kind of criteria in order to differentiate between them or who was great, then ma'am I can tell.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, if we say like who was able to mobilize greater number of masses, then Mahatma Gandhi was the greatest leader. Then ma'am, if we are to say who used like most effective methods for the mobilization of masses, then also ma'am we can say Mahatma Gandhi was better through his fasting, be the tools of fasting. Then he used tool of salt satyagraha. Then ma'am, in the violent field, who was great, who was able to mobilize the masses against the Britishers, and who showed excellent courage, bravery, enthusiasm, then it can be ma'am Subhash Chandra Bose.
So you have different criteria for
Yes, ma'am.
defining.
Not compare. I cannot compare, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think renaming, what will we rename this new vista as Kartavya Path?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Is that a rewriting of history?
No, ma'am. I believe that it is in sense with the current circumstances. The Rajpath denoted the colonial time when they were. It indicated the rule. Basically, Raj means rule, but now the Kartavya means duty, which is more oriented towards our Indian philosophy of dharma and performing the righteous deeds.
So by making this change, do you think we will be more inclined to perform our duty? Will it change us as a nation just by changing the name?
Ma'am, I believe that just by changing the name, it is not going to happen. But ma'am, as being said, like if we change the name, somehow we can relate to it. People will search what is Kartavya Path. They will know what is duty, what kind of duties we can perform. Also, ma'am, it is the Rajpath denotes the colonial legacy. So, in order to get rid of colonial legacy, which is one of our Panch Pran principle given by our Honorable Prime Minister, I think it is the step in right direction.
That's part of our history, though. Colonial history is very much part of our history. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Tell me, talking of Netaji Bose, Netaji hoisted the tricolor in Port Blair on 26 December 1943. Why was it such an important event?
Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall at the moment.
43.
43. Sir, to launch attack.
No, you're not getting it. 47 we got independence. He hoisted it in 43.
Yes, sir. Sir,
So what is the significance?
sir, actually I have read about it. Sorry, sir, I am not.
Think about it also, okay? It's the first time that it was being hoisted on liberated territory, liberated from the British. Andamans had been liberated. All right, second, it's on your history knowledge. In the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Port Blair became a penal colony sometime in 1800 something, 1840 something. Andaman's Island. But the tip of Nicobar Islands, Campbell Bay is the place, okay? Or Car Nicobar, Great Nicobar, whatever. The southernmost tip of India had been the subject of interest for since 18th century, 1700 something. The Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, the Danish, eventually the British, all sorts of people kept on coming. Why? It is much farther away from India, isn't it?
Sir, I exactly do not know, but can I make a guess? Sir, I think it is the last point of India, so maybe geographically and strategically it can be so. Secondly, sir, it may have some kind of economic importance also.
Both correct, but exactly what?
Sir, maybe for sir, any kind of spices or for coconuts, sir.
Getting close to it, but why exactly?
Sir, cloves.
It's not which masala. Yeah, धनिया पुदीना की बात नहीं हो रही है. Because that southernmost tip is at the tip of near the Straits of Malacca, from where worlds at that time more than 2/3 of the trade used to ply.
Yes.
Please read about it.
Yes, sir.
Lastly, your date of birth is something in 2000, isn't it? What can you tell me about the Y2K, year 2000? Y2K bug. What happened? Why was everybody so scared in 1999 December? कि midnight में क्या हो जाएगा of 31st December?
And billions of dollars were spent on something which never happened.
Never happened.
Sir, I'm not exactly sure, but maybe there were some speculations or astrologers have.
No, we are not going to astrology. Something very scientific and something very basic. Computers.
Sir, maybe meteors might.
नहीं. Computers. बोल तक रहा हूँ. Listen to me first. Please read about it. The Y2K bug. And as sir said, billions of dollars were spent on some prevention which was not even needed. Okay?
Okay. All the best.
Okay, thank you.